So torture is just legal on the internet now. If you remember back in the earlier days of the internet, people would talk about red rooms on the dark net, essentially live streams where you could pay money to see people be killed live. But those were a complete hoax. I believe there was actually only ever one instance of that ever happening. Outside of that, it was just an urban legend. But now with Kick, we just have those now, I guess. I don't know. So on August 18th, 46-year-old John Pormanove, or Raphaël Graven, was participating in a 10-day humiliation stream. Now, from the sounds of that title, you probably think, I don't know, maybe they'll make him drop penises all over his face, make him walk outside. But no, they literally tortured this guy on camera for 10 days straight. And then he died. John is dead. John Pormanove is dead. Raphaël Graven is dead. This man is dead, and he died live on stream next to his friends. And if you're wondering if this was just lighthearted fun, it wasn't. I'm going to show you a few clips, and you tell me if this looks like this person is having fun. This is one of the sickest things I've ever seen somebody do to another human being. And people criticize Mr. Beast for exploiting people for money, but at the very least, he's not beating the fuck out of them physically and feeding them toxic chemicals. And this guy didn't even get any fucking money. There was no prize. He died. That was the prize. This is the most fucked up version of Mr. Beast. Apparently, this has been going on for like 4 to 6 years. John Pormanove was friends with these people, Naruto and Safine, really two people making him participate in this whole thing. And again, from these clips, you can see they are actually strangling this man, throwing shit at him, punching him. Like, it's not just lighthearted fun. They are legitimately torturing this guy, and people were donating to this. People were watching this, laughing at this guy getting genuinely tortured. Now, what makes it even worse is Kick was completely aware of this entire thing. Kick back in 2024 were using John to promote merch on their French account. I will not believe for a second that Kick didn't know any of this was going on. Obviously, something bad was going to happen. I'm surprised he didn't fucking break a rib or any other bone in his body before he passed away. This had been happening again for 4 to 6 years. This is just something that these people would do to this guy. And when these friends noticed that he wasn't waking up or moving, they decided to throw a water bottle at him. And then they found out, oh shit, the guy's actually dead. Luckily, this has been kind of a big thing over in France. The government is taking this seriously, and they will be pursuing charges against the people that did this to him. Unfortunately, though, the people who are directly responsible for this are trying to engage in a counterattack to explain why they actually aren't responsible at all for his death. And it's like, even if you aren't, even if somehow we find out he just died of natural causes, he had some disease or something, does that excuse the behavior that you showed to another human being on live stream? Like, again, I understand locale live and everything, using people, exploiting people to make money. I understand it's content, whatever. But this is something completely different. They are not choking people out on locale live or other exploitative types of media to make content, especially not a 40-year-old man. Now, Safine, one of the people again who tortured this guy for 6 years, posted on Instagram that said, "From the moment I woke up until now, I haven't stopped shedding tears. I can't believe it. I can't realize that he'll be gone. He's been part of my life for 6 years. We laughed together for 6 years. We've given each other blow after blow, 6 years of memories. I would have liked to give you everything you wished for, JP. I love you, Raphaël Graven. I miss you. I love you. Rest in peace, my brother." If you were shedding crocodile tears. And this happened in France. Again, the place where they let you fuck 14-year-olds while smoking a cigarette and pissing on the street. And I guess also they just let you torture people on camera until they fucking die. Thank God, actually, in 2021, the France have voted to back a new law that would set the age of consent at 15 and finally prohibit sex with relatives aged under 18. Okay, well, that's great. That's cool. Thanks, France.
Monsieur, are you fucking a 14-year-old?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure that she's at the age of consent.
Like, not a single person saw the things that they were doing to this guy and reported it to the police or reported it to Kick. He was beaten, choked, sprayed with paint for donations, and then he just died. In one text message that he sent to his mom, he said that he felt like he was being held hostage and he was fed up with the streams and that one person wouldn't let him leave. After obvious backlash that was going to be caused from this to the other streamers, one of the streamers that again was torturing this man live on stream for money, Naruto, had a lawyer file a cyberbullying complaint amid all of the backlash, saying as he goes through a period of mourning, Naruto is the subject of a cyberbullying campaign. These behaviors, in addition to being immoral, constitute criminal offenses. A complaint will be filed in the coming days with the Paris Prosecutor's Office of Cyber Hate Division so that the perpetrators can be identified and prosecuted. My client has no responsibility for this death. Kick is looking into this, which is good, but again, I mean, that doesn't really matter. The guy already fucking died. And even if he died from other complications that had nothing to do with him getting spray painted, forced to eat disgusting ass shit, toxic chemicals, and beaten for 6 years, a quick little update on the John Pormanove situation. The autopsy was finished and it was found, which doesn't make make any fucking sense to me. The probable causes of death therefore appear of medical and toxicological in origin. The absence of traumatic injuries at both the internal and external levels, in particular in the face and skull, may explain the death and absence of injuries corresponding to burns. Maybe it wasn't the blows exactly that they gave him that killed him. Maybe the punches and the throwing him around and restraining his breathing and stressing him out constantly for 10 days, a 46-year-old man, maybe that wasn't exactly what killed him. But the dude had heart problems. He was on heart medication allegedly. And I mean, you can see that this guy is very, very slim. He looks unhealthy. There's clearly something wrong with him, at least medically. I have heard reports that he might have not been all there mentally, but I can't confirm that. I don't know if he was disabled or anything, but it doesn't fucking matter. The actions that these people did to Jean is disgusting. It really doesn't matter whether or not the things that they did to him killed him at that time. It definitely didn't help. You're not going to help someone with heart issues by stressing them out constantly, depriving them of sleep, and restricting their breathing. And Naruto and whatever the fuck the other guy's name is, doesn't matter. The fucking freaks who did this to this person. It doesn't matter if what you did killed him or not. You are going to have to live with this for the rest of your life. Just seeing how they can just do this to a person and not really think too much of it. Maybe they won't even live in their conscience. But I hope and pray to God that somehow some justice gets served, because it doesn't matter if this killed him or not. This isn't content that anyone should be promoting or doing at all. This is it's insane. Aiden Ross took to the platform to demand immediate policy changes on the site to prevent broadcasts like John's from happening again. As much as I don't like Aiden Ross because of his previous behavior on Kick, I will commend him for actually trying to take, because I believe he's a shareholder in Kick. If not, he's like one of their main poster boys. So I do commend him for actually advocating for change and demanding it immediately, because if he leaves Kick, I'm going to be honest, not a lot of people are going to be on Kick. I don't think Kick in and of itself is a terrible platform. I do think that there needs to be competition with places like Twitch, because if we look at what's happening on Twitch, there's just terrible, terrible shit. YouTube streaming really isn't that big of a thing, and there needs to be something other than Rumble, because who the fuck goes on Rumble? And Mixer. Guys, check me out on Mixer. But seriously though, like, it's really, really sad. And I hope some justice, some form of justice actually gets brought to this, because again, these people were arrested previously, but were released the same day. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But that was just a quick little update on this. Also, yeah, the authorities were notified of this and they just didn't do anything. I said that earlier in the video. I did try to clear it up, but just to make sure you don't think I'm trying to mislead anybody. People are still trying to argue that, well, he was a grown man, he can leave whenever he wants. There was a performance artist. She sat down and said, you can do anything you want to me. And people genuinely did some crazy shit. I believe a lot of them, like, you know, were groping her, touching her sexually, a whole bunch of shit. And it's like, you think that's okay just because someone says do whatever the fuck you want? There's still moral implications to these things. I guess honestly that is a real test of your character, of like, if someone says, yes, go ahead and abuse me constantly, does that mean it's right to do it? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, what the fuck? There was that case of the ethical cannibal, essentially, where he made a post on this forum, someone met up with him, the guy completely agreed to be cut and killed and eaten, the guy enjoyed it while it was happening, and then he died. But the guy still went to jail, because you can't just kill somebody. It doesn't matter if you say yes or no. And apparently, according in France, that's not even possible. You can't subject yourself to torture and have someone legally torture you just because you said they could. That's not how that works. And again, even if it was the law, is that okay? If the law was that you can fuck an 11-year-old, are you gonna do that? Like, what are we dealing with here? These people are fucking psychopaths. They also tried to make the excuse that all of these were just pranks and they were scripted and fully consensual. This doesn't look fully consensual and scripted to me. From the fucking shadows, Aiden Ross has announced that he and Drake, rapper Drake, yes, they not like us, Drake, will be paying for the funeral expenses regarding to John's funeral and anything else. They were sleep depriving him, making him eat toxic chemicals, beating the fuck out of him, choking him. And you expected nothing to happen from this? Morally, like, does that sit right with you? This is fucking disgusting, man. And who the fuck watches this type of content? What kind of sadistic fuck are you to watch some guy get beaten on live and strangled for entertainment? What the fuck? How are they making money off of this? This seems like fictional. Fucking Home Se-young from Squid Game. It's literally what this feels like. Just a bunch of people paying money to watch someone else suffer physically. Not just, oh, he's being made fun of and shit, whatever. This guy's getting strangled and you guys don't give give a shit. It's fucking weird. Like, watching these is fucking crazy. I can't fucking believe it. And the fact that they're trying to say, well, oh, you know, it was a prank. It was all scripted, you know, he was going along with it. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, Jesus Christ. And it's not like they were good friends and they were just playing a joke and that was the kind of dynamic they had where one of them was the punching bag. They just didn't like this guy. They gave no fucks about this guy at all. Again, France, the place where you can fuck 14-year-olds and fuck your sister or your mom as long as they're over 18, piss in the streets, smoke cigarettes. They were shooting him with paintball guns. Torture is just legal on the internet now and people enjoy watching it. I never thought that something like this could happen. Again, because I'm fully aware of the exploitative material that goes on the internet through pretty much every other means, but I never thought that physically abusing someone for money would be something that I'd have to cover on this channel. Like, this is just fucking crazy. I hope they face prison for the rest of their lives for what they did to this person. It doesn't really matter if he was a grown man who could walk away at any time. Why the fuck would you even do this to someone? Whatever, what can you do? It's France. Now, I'm so happy that there are just mounds and mounds and mounds and mounds of evidence against these people because, again, they deserve nothing but the fullest extent of the law to be put under the fucking jail. I would say go comment on Naruto and Safri's post as much as you can. Let them know what your opinions are on them because these are fucking disgusting people. Really hope that Kick tightens down on this shit because I understand you guys are the do anything you want platform, but at what point are we gonna let this shit keep happening, especially when you know about it the entire time? I just, like, you want your platform to be advertised by, hey, we let people torture people on our site, come watch. I just, what kind of fucking, what business model is that? Uber, Netflix, they were all losing money in the first couple of years of their lives just to show that people would pay a subscription for certain things and pay to have some random person pick them up in a car. And that's why it's so expensive now, because they actually have to start making money. But I guess Kick's business model is, instead of doing that, they're just going to allow people to murder people on stream, show children porn, and let people fuck prostitutes on stream until they have to actually stop doing that when they want money. But who knows? I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Goodbye. Please don't do that. Anyway, goodbye.